As a man, you should want someone to love you to the fullest. I never came to his environment, like his home where he lives. That's a red flag. It's a red flag. Give a little bit to the men too, for my 5% men that's on here. So I was talking about with my friends, and I've talked about this for years, guys always seem to get upset when they're rejected, and I never understood that, because as a man, you should want someone to love you to the fullest, you know, to the capacity that you could be loved. You should never be chasing after someone that then told you 3, 4, 5 times, yeah, thank you, I'm sorry, but I'm just not interested, or I'm not attracted to you. I had to tell this man, a full-grown man, that I was not interested. I had been telling that man for years that I was not interested in him.
Nah, I don't believe it.
And he just kept, like, he'll act like, oh, okay, like we was cool, we was, you know, just cool. And then, but somewhere he would slide in something like, yeah, well, why did you never like me, or why? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Or when can I come take you out and all that? And it started to irk my soul so much I don't even associate with that man, that person today. Like, because I start to see you're not a friend, you want a chance, and that'll never happen, not on this earth. But anyway, I was honest, I was real, and I wasn't mean. But then you start to try to push somebody to a point when you're listening, but you're not listening. And so that's the weirdest, especially if you're a full-grown man, that's the weirdest thing ever, because why would you want someone who don't want you? And I know they talk about how women always want a man that don't want them or whatever, but no, men do the same thing. They'll keep chasing after this woman, telling this woman how much they like them, and all of them built this fake world that never exists about you. And you're thinking, how could you feel that way about me? I haven't given you anything to, like, I haven't, you know, given you anything to fall in love with, anything to be crazy about. I have not. All you see is my exterior. And yeah, if you know me a little bit, you know that I'm a good person, but I haven't given you enough to really know the heart of Darra. So how are you just so crazy about me? So yeah, dudes, shoot your shot at women, but if they are saying that, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or I'm sorry, I'm just not attracted to you, move on. God has something better for you. Somebody who will be attracted to you, someone who wants to be bothered with you, someone who will love you. I don't get that. And I told that man that too. I said, you should be out here looking for someone that can love you equally, you know, the way you will love them. You shouldn't be sitting up here hoping and wishing for something that you're never gonna get. Cause that man, no, never. I don't even know why anyway, that's a whole nother story. Another thing I want to talk about is this Tinder Swindler. The Tinder Swindler, that is on Netflix. It's about this man that was on Tinder, and he was conning women out of, he was swindling them out of money. And these ladies was taking out cash and all the above. And so now they're like raising money so that they could get some of their money back. And he's banned from all the apps now. They found out that in 2015 that he actually did go to jail for doing that. I believe it was over. He did it in another country or whatever. I don't know. But really, so rewind. I covered a news story actually on this man that was getting swindled. He was on a dating app. He worked at Walmart. And I can't remember what app he was on, but come to find out it was two ladies that was swindling him out of his money, his check. And he was so upset. He was like, I just started working here at Walmart and they took my check. And it was so sad because I'm just like, who is sitting up? Who would sit up and do this? Like, just so weird. Yeah, but as I'm telling the story, writing the story, I remember thinking, what in you though would make you want to give? I don't see, like, taking it back to the Netflix series, what made them want to go? Like, some of them did not have the money, so they was going to the bank taking out loans for this man. They thought that he was this billionaire's son. That's the story that he told them, but apparently it was all a scam. So I'm just like, how? Now, I have my story about the Tinder Swindler. So whoever that is in the comments that told me to get back on a dating app, now you about to know why I don't want to get on the Tinder app. Because I was swindled. Not out of money, never that. It wasn't out of money, but I told you guys, I know it's a lot of new people since I did that video. That video was like over 2 years ago. But the guy, he sold this story of being single with no children and, you know, wanting to be married and all that, whatever, all the above. And then fast forward, well after I was done, you know, associating with him, dating him or whatever, I found out that, yeah, he was engaged and he had a kid. So he lied about everything. And had the nerve to be mad when I found out and blocked me. Showed no remorse. Didn't say, oh, I'm sorry. I know I was wrong or whatever. This is just a short of it, because y'all could go over to that old story and, well, I don't even know what I said in that story. I should do that story over, because if I was to tell a story today, I would put sound effects and everything and just but my story was actually a learning lesson for you guys. And I'm just saying that to say that, no, I would never. First of all, that dude turned out to be in a higher bracket. Like, he made a lot of money. You know, so he wasn't trying to swindle me out of no money or whatever. He was trying to swindle me out of something else. That's where his mind was. But, and I think I saw him, did I see him 3 times? I might have seen him 3 or 4 times. He did not live here. He lived, at that time he lived in Oregon, because that's where his job was. He was in a sports field. And then from there he moved to LA or whatever. And I guess he just couldn't get me off his mind, because he was still texting me or whatever. And that's when I did more research and saw that because he had switched jobs, his bio was updated. And that's where I found all the information about him being engaged with a baby and all this stuff, whatever. So be careful out there. People will trick you in so many ways you can be tricked. And it's not your fault. It's not like, for me, I take full responsibility. And I hope those ladies on the Tinder Swindler, I hope they take full responsibility for not seeing the red flags that this is fake. You haven't even, these ladies, they actually never met the man at all. They had never met him, and they were giving him money. So I hope that they've learned from this, and that they'll never fall down this road again. Because I wish I would I'll never give a man some money. What I look like? How does the conversation even transition into give me some money? And these are like large amounts of money, not like, hey, can I hold $50? No, this was like 100,000, 200,000. Like, this was a lot of money. So yeah, but anyway, back to my situation. It was a real learning lesson for me. And so I ended up getting off the app. To that person that was like, girl, get back on the app. Or actually, it was a couple of people that was like, you should get on the app. This lady was like, you should get back on the dating app, because she was getting married and she met her husband on there. And so what I have to say about that is, to each his own. some people get on there and they might find, you know, someone that's nice, that's really that has good intentions. But know this, the majority of the men that you meet on there is going to be fraud. Yeah, I said it. Yes, y'all are. Y'all fraud. Yeah, with that being said, yeah, you can get on there and you can find love, but it's gonna be fraud. Now I'm also learning that Tinder is the hookup app. Well, when I was on Tinder, I did not know that it was the hookup app. I did not know that. I looked at it like a dating app is a dating app. It seems like anybody could sign up. So what would make Tinder different from Hinge? What would make Hinge different from Christian Mingle? Like, what's the difference? Anybody could get on there and say anything and sign up. So I just looked at it like, okay, it's an app. So I'm now being told that, oh, that's a hookup app, and what was you doing on there? Whatever. I got a lot of, after I did that story, a lot of people that I know were like, what was you doing on there in the first place? And I'm like, it's a dating app. I'm in Houston. I'm not from here. I don't know anybody. I thought, you know, maybe I can meet somebody, whatever. So you can find love with it. I'm just not your girl. I'm not getting back on there and looking for love and I wasn't looking for love. I was looking for like friendship that could grow into something. You know, that's where I was in my life. And yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are going to say they're looking for the same thing and they're not. They may already have that, or they may just not want that. Yeah, so you have to watch those red flags of, you know, when you do, if you decide to hop back on, or if you decide to be on the app. There's some key things that you can look at. Number one, if the guys, they give you like slots to where, I think you get like 4 or 5 uploads of photos. If anywhere in those photos the guy have a picture with his shirt off, that's a red flag, because that's saying, I'm on here, I'm looking for sex. That's what it's saying. Is what it is. Of course, have phone conversations with them, but if you don't talk, if you text more than you talk on the phone, then there's a strong chance that there's something going on there. Or if you do talk to him, if you talk to him or FaceTime him, but he seems to never be at home, like he seems like he's in the car. And it's so funny because I didn't mention that in my Tinder video, but now that I think about it, dude was he would be driving home from work, and every time it would be time to get ready to walk in, he would get off the phone. Only maybe like 2 times did he ever FaceTime me when he was at home. Other than that, he was like in a hotel, or because his job, he had to travel around and recruit football players. That was his job. So he was always staying in different hotels, depending on what time of year it was. I did notice, you know, I knew that, but yeah, I started to notice that, wait a minute, he seemed like he always getting off the phone when he arrives at home, which was weird. I also noticed that he was always trying to fly me out. Yeah, flued out. I was flued out. He was trying to fly me out to meet him, but was not trying to fly me. Like I never came to his environment, like his home where he lives. That's a red flag. It's a red flag. It's a red flag because he could be hiding something. If he's never like, okay, well, you can come here or you can stay at my house, because clearly at that time he was making what, $500,000, or that's what they said. No, he said that's what he was making. Y'all know me, I gotta go and double check, and it did say that he was making somewhere around that amount. But then of course he transferred to the other job, which means he's making way more than that today. So of course, with that kind of money, we know he got a house. He don't just got a house, he got probably a mansion or something. So why aren't you inviting me to your house? Oh, well, I'm gonna fly you into my city and you can stay with me at my home. That never, he tried to make it like, oh yeah, let's do that or whatever, but never got around to that. Red flag. Another red flag is when someone tells you something that you know that they did not tell you. If they tell you, you've been talking on the phone with them, FaceTiming them, whatever. Like, I will just use an example. That guy was going on vacation. He never said he was going on vacation, but he went on vacation and he tried to make it like he told me he was going on vacation. That's a red flag, because I 100% know that you did not tell me that, but you're trying to talk me into, you're trying to tell me, you can't tell me that you told me something that I know that you did not tell me. So that's like a whole mental mind game, manipulation, twistation type. No, red flag, boo-boo. Just things that guys say, trying to think. Wanting to discuss sex too quick. That would be a red flag. I thank y'all so much for coming back and chilling with your girl. And I'll see y'all next time.